Or will I cry?
Hi everyone. In this video I want to talk about how I managed to stay as calm and okay as I am with what is going on in my world and what has gone on in my world. So let me give you a rundown firstly of just a snapshot of some of the things that have happened in the last 6 years. So my daughter, I got pregnant. My daughter I had preeclampsia. She was born early, nearly 6 weeks early. I was very ill with having my daughter. She was then in special care. She was fine, but she was tiny. Then when she was 3 months old, she contracted meningitis, which again, weirdly, a weird coincidence I had when I was 7 as well. She was fine. She was in hospital for 2 weeks. She came out of it. At 3 months old, she was still only 7 pounds, so she was really tiny. And then I had my second daughter, and we found out that I had an autoimmune disease, which is called APS or Hughes syndrome, and it means I have sticky blood and heightened risk of things like stroke. If I wasn't as healthy as I am, I probably would have had problems, but thankfully I haven't. So we had that happened. And then my husband was diagnosed with grade 4 brain cancer. And then there's the whole lot of stuff with that, you know, that comes with its own stuff, its own, you know, brain surgeries and radiotherapy and chemotherapy and downtimes and hard times. I had a breakdown about 18 months ago, 2 years, 18 months, whatever. I had a real breakdown. My sister's partner was diagnosed with leukemia, and that added on top of my own worries because I was worried about my sister, and it was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. And so a lot of stuff. And through all of that stuff, I've had really hard times where I've like cried my eyes out and I've done all the normal human things because I'm a human being. And yet through it all, I want to be happy. And I am of the belief that we create our own destiny, we create our own lives, and we have far more choices than we might think. And so throughout it all, even when I have times when I dip, when I have times when I have to drag myself up, that's okay, because my long-term thing is that I just want to be happy. I want to make my own choices. I want to wake up in the morning and I want to do what I want to do, and I want my children to have that freedom. I don't want to be told what to do. And so that drives me more than anything else. I don't want to focus on sadness. And although right now I'm saying this from the hospice and my husband is dying, and that is hard, and it has taken all of me to be okay, but there's still downtime. There is still times like now where the sun is shining, I'm in this nice room with some pretty flowers, my husband's resting, I've had visitors all day, and they're still good because I've trained my mind over the last 6 years and before to see the good in the world. And there will always be people around that want to bring you down with their negativity, and they have a very, very dark view of the world. But you don't have to let them in. You don't have to let that into your psyche. And right now, a lot of people are saying to me, you know, I will say, I don't know how you're doing it. And it's because I choose to. Ultimately, it's because I choose to reframe my story and to tell my story in a different way. I could tell my story really sad. It could be a really sad story. The story I told you at the beginning, the bullet points, that sounds like a sad story. But those 6 years have been magical. I've got 2 amazing daughters, a husband that I adore. We've had so many amazing memories in that time. Holidays and time together, time every day together, partnering around, doing our own thing, making our own decisions, laughing and joking and all of those things. And it actually makes me cry with happiness because we're so lucky. And I feel sad that people don't see that about their own lives. And if you're watching this and you're, you know, maybe you take something from it, maybe you go, shit, my husband isn't terminally ill, like I'm not, you know, I haven't got this happening, or I haven't had some of the things that Holly's had going on. If that makes you look at your world and go, actually there may be some good bits. And it's not about top trumps on sadness here, by the way, either, but it's about noticing what story are you telling yourself right now? Are you telling yourself this dark story, or are you saying to yourself, you know, actually there's some really good bits about my life, and even when it's really hard, there's a moment, there's a good bit in my life. There's a tiny bit of beauty, a kind word from a stranger. There's something good, and you have to search for it sometimes, and sometimes you have to search really hard for it, but it's there. Even in those dark times, even in places like a hospice, there's beauty all around. There's nurses who are incredible. There's you know, I saw an old couple in it, as sad as it is, you know, I'm looking at that old couple, and his wife is dying, but they've had this life together, and this love and this connection, and that's life. Life comes, it goes, it's a cycle. And if you aren't careful and you walk around miserable all the time, that's all you get, and you'll die miserable, and no one will care because you were miserable the whole time. And I'm telling you now that I get the most out of helping others, and that keeps me going more than anything. So when I receive messages from you guys and the clients that I work with and the people that I connect with, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel really good, because I don't know why we're here on earth, whatever, whether you believe in religion or not, I don't know why we're here, but it seems to me that a reason for us being here is to connect and help each other through things. And you guys have done your bit in helping me through tough times, and I hope that in some way I can give back. And if you're feeling it's tough right now, go and help somebody else. Go and help somebody else through something, and I actually think you'll get more back than you anticipate, and you'll probably feel pretty amazing from it. So if you're struggling right now, go and seek out the good. Go and do something good for somebody else, and just see what that shifts within you. Because I think it will shift something. I think it will make you feel good about yourself. And just remember that, you know, none of this life, it's not given, it's not a definite, it can be taken. So just learn to appreciate and feel grateful for whatever bits you have right now. And if it's not perfect and it's not where you want to be, keep going, keep working towards what you want to be, where you want to go, where you want to be living. Keep working towards it and have enthusiasm about that. And I believe that you'll get it. I believe that you'll have those nice moments, and just let go of how you think it should be. It might not be that way. It might be better than you imagined. Thank you for all of your support in my journey, and I'll be okay. I feel okay. I'll cry and I'll go through all of the sadness, because I still do, but I'll still be okay because I want to, because I choose to, and that is all.